Love is an important part of our society. Our first exposure to love is within our families, and frequently, our first exposure to love in media is through Disney films, especially the Disney princess movies.
A whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew.
Sha-la-la-la-la, the music play, do what the music say. You gotta kiss slide with your love, the one you'll find an enchantment here. Can you feel the love tonight?
It's too cliche, I won't say I'm in love.
Because of this exposure, Disney plays a key role in influencing ideas about love. It should be noted, however, that Disney has adapted its presentation of love over time. The earliest Disney princesses often experienced love at first sight. Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, and The Little Mermaid are all examples of this phenomenon. In these early Disney princess movies, a prince rescues a princess from an evil woman, and afterwards they ride off into the sunset. This story framework imposes a male-dominated romantic ideal and a corollary concept of female indebtedness to males. In the more recent movies, including Beauty and the Beast, Tangled, and Mulan, the prince has to work to earn the love of the princess, a love which develops more naturally over time. Frequently in these later movies, it is the princess who saves the prince and his friends. Belle breaks the enchantment on the castle, Mulan saves the emperor and all of China from the Huns. And Rapunzel helps Flynn Rider become a better person. In Beauty and the Beast, Tangled, and Mulan, the princesses are not in any way indebted to a prince, and ultimately women emerge as equal partners with their men. The popularity of love in media is a consequence of the importance of love in society. Love has even influenced the course of history. Everyone knows of the great love between Antony and Cleopatra, or Paris and Helen. Everyone knows that Henry VIII broke with the Catholic Church to marry Anne Boleyn, and as a consequence founded the Church of England, and changed the course of history. How would you define love? What do you think about love? How would you define love? How would you define love? How would you define love?
Love. Oh man, tough question.
Like, this is really on the spot.
I was not expecting that question.
Love is what makes you get out of bed every morning.
Love is that thing you get like right up in your chest. You see that person you know, and you're just like, love you. That's it.
Love is in between the lines.
Love is like a feeling. That's pretty simple, right? It's almost instant, and you don't necessarily need proof of it, but it's a connection with another person that's deeper than any other feeling in the world.
I think that love is a feeling, and that the more love you have in your life, the happier you're gonna be.
Love is the unsung hero who goes unsung.
A feeling for someone that you enjoy spending time with, like more in a special way.
Love
So sick.
is the flowers on your doorstep from Anonymous.
I don't know, when you care about someone and they care about you, and what happens to you, what happens to them.
That's what love is.
Love is complex, forever changing, growing, altering, and almost impossible to pin down. Every day we experience multiple kinds of love. The Greeks defined 6 kinds of love: philia, ludus, pragma, agape, philatua, and eros. Philia is deep but not intimate love between close friends, family members, and soldiers. Ludus is a level of attraction associated with flirting and similar activities. Pragma is a deep love in committed relationships and incorporates commitment, compromise, and other habits found in serious partnerships. Agape is the love for all of humanity, while philatia is love of self. Aristotle believed that philatia is important because you need to love oneself before you can love anyone else. Eros, the last kind of love, is desire.
All of these different kinds of love boil down to one thing, that the concept of love is confusing. We love our parents, our siblings, and our friends, all in different ways. However, we are taught that love is pure, untarnished by human greed, As the Beatles say, money can't buy me love. Simply put, money can't buy love because love is commitment and you cannot buy genuine commitment. We commit to making sacrifices, to making compromise, and to making commitment. We adapt. Relationships end when we feel like we can not or are unwilling to continue to honor our commitment. We cannot make any more sacrifices or compromises. Although some people see love as emotional, other people believe that love is very clinical. Many people believe that love is a biological phenomenon. Upon seeing those we love, the brain releases a chemical called dopamine, which induces feelings of happiness. It is theorized that human bodies come to crave that rush of dopamine, and love is created by addiction rather than emotion. This is a view held by some researchers, including Larry Young of the Center for Behavioral Science at Emory School of Medicine. Dopamine is not the only chemical identified in biologically based theories of love. Following intimacy, the brain also releases vasopressin and oxytocin, which create strong feelings of attachment. Other chemicals also play an important part in creating relationships, including serotonin, norepinephrine, and pheromones. Along with the biological explanations, there are evolutionary theories to explain love. Some people believe that a release of chemicals is caused by an evolutionary-based need to reproduce and by a need to sustain human relationships, the foundation of human society. According to scientists like Jim Al-Khalili, the point of love is to foster relationships that help with mutual defense and parenting of children and to offer a sense of security. Biological explanations are not what the media wants you to hear, however. The media wants you to believe in fate and compatibility. Do you have common interest? Do you like dogs? What's your favorite color? Would you prefer to go on a hike in the countryside or spend a day in the city? If you were an animal, what animal would you be? Dating websites use your answers to these and other questions and apply simple algorithms to find prospective matches.
Wouldn't it be great if you met someone who could see you, appreciate you, and love you for who you
Join
really
the
are?
thousands of singles over 50 who meet every day.
At ChristianMingle.com, you can join the largest, fastest growing community of Christian singles and find God's match for you.
We use an in-depth questionnaire to get to know the real you. Then we match you with other singles based on who you are at the very deepest levels.
The recent introduction of dating websites evokes one question. Can love be simplified into one simple algorithm? Present-day society is very fast-paced and people do not have time to fall in love. People do not want to wait years to find their perfect match, so the entire process has been expedited on the internet. Websites like Match, eHarmony, and Christian Mingle use special algorithms to pair people up from all over the world. Dating websites have become one of the most popular ways for people to find the one they have been searching for. Online dating sites use the mass media portrayal of love to reel in people who have grown up barraged by fairy tale depictions and hard-to-break stereotypes of sex, love, and romance from movies, books, magazines, and etc. Mass media is a very powerful socialization agent that relies on simplification, distortions of reality, and dramatic symbols and stereotypes to communicate their messages. The transfer from real-life dating to an online form of dating is a recent development. Many new couples meet and first interact online, whether through dating websites or Facebook. What does this say for the future of dating? Are people doomed to be assigned future partners instead of finding them on their own? Is the idea of finding the one over now that the internet can do it for us? I don't think so. There will always be an attraction to love at first sight, seeing someone from across the room and feeling an instant connection. Like Ted Mosby in How I Met Your Mother, we all hope to find that instant connection with someone, and whether that desire is Disney-inspired, natural, or chemically induced, it is never going to go away.
What is